This music that's playing on my radio doesn't get me a copyright strike here on YouTube. I better turn this shit down. So we're just riding the ridge this morning, keeping a camera trained on the woods, just in case of that just in case. You just get lucky, happen to capture something of interest to yourself and to others, those who seek, those who are merely believers and not yet knowers. For one thing is certain, if you don't ever try, you're never going to achieve anything. And there are those who will tell you, well, you're never going to achieve anything anyway, because there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there to see. Those people, without trying to be insulting, are the fools. Once upon a time, they were the masses, the unwashed masses. Those numbers have changed. Ever since the 60s, 70s, numbers have changed. The credibility, the eyewitnesses, ranges from novice to expert, from compelling to impressive. Not drunken Indians, hillbillies, escapees from lunatic asylums, physicians, pilots, state parks personnel, forest rangers, military, wildlife biologists. Goes far beyond the potential hoaxers, although we all know there are hoaxers out there. But is their purpose to obtain something for themselves, riches, glory, prestige, or are they there to discredit the entire topic? Well, one thing that I hear over and over is, this is 2024, everybody's got a camera these days. Everybody be getting videos and photos of these things. Well, they are doing so at a greater frequency, but how do we know what to look for? Do they always appear as giant, hairy, ape-like men in the forest? Or can they appear as something else? Like a child or an animal, another friendly traveler that you might run into on the trail. I've heard stories about orbs of light, weaving their way through the forest intelligently, down the ridge, through the gullies, etc., my fine feathered friend, etc. Almost seems like the sun is trying to come out, but we know better than that. We know much better than that. Well, at least we got this. Had my tripod set up here to get some long zooms over there of the mountains, but can't see the mountains for the fog. Nice little hammock out here. Wish that screen wasn't there. Very rainy weekend. That's not going to stop us from going down the road here in a little while. It's supposed to be a park with some waterfalls just 4 miles down the road. We're going to go check that out. Always like a good waterfall. Cold and rainy weekend. It poured all night last night. I mean, just coming down, cats and dogs non-stop all night long. Never really has stopped raining. It's just slowed down a little bit. Sprinkling, misting, occasionally a little heavier at other times, but and then of course as soon as we leave tomorrow it clears right up. That's the way it goes, ladies.
Like the Blueridge project maybe.
Pero may ano din daga.
Yeah.
Kasi kamo daga. Mga ano yan, mga lugar pinupres sa dati. Mga bihaw.
What about that house? Would you like to buy that?
It's private property.
Just me and you live there? That's big enough for both of us.
Trespassing.
Private.
No thanks.
Jaden can stay there, visit you. Like Jaden.
It's a nice home. Got running water.
Got running water.
Baka doon yung kakasta. Doon baka may park doon. Pataas siguro, doon siguro. No, that's a private property.
Now, my old fine feathered friend, we are walking to the Fall Creek Falls in beautiful Cherry Log, Georgia. I've lived in Georgia all my life. I've never heard of Cherry Log. But then again, I am from South Georgia. South Georgia and North Georgia are two entirely different countries altogether. Nothing alike. Absolutely nothing alike. Climate, geography, completely different countries all together. And when I get to these falls, turn it up and listen to the power of the water. Definitely off the beaten path. I'd hate to take a tumble right here. broken shoulder, broken legs, etc., etc. Fall Branch Falls on the Benton McKay Trail. First time I've ever been here. First time little Nora's been here. And it's been a long hike up this muddy trail, but we are nearing the crescendo. I see the falls right over here. I want you to stay on the trail. Instead of taking a shortcut and going down there, got to do this thing. Check out these cabins, these bubble dome cabins or whatever. They're almost like a tent. There's a bunch of them. Maybe a dozen or more. It's pretty cozy. I'll zoom in on the computer, get a better look. That's awesome. Here we are at the falls. I'm gonna try to see if I can fly my drone through a little space where there's no limbs. Oh yeah, there's a platform down there. I can fly it from there. There's a nice sized chunk of granite. A little taller than I am. I hope the ladies are all right. They seem to have fallen well behind. Let me show you something. Just gonna walk over here and show you something real quick. How about this? Ain't that something? Makes me want a beer. That makes me even want a Bush beer. A Bush Tall Boy.
Okay, come on.
We got very interested in finding out more about those cabins. Those are awesome. Okay, that was it. Fall Creek Falls in Cherry Log, Georgia. I'm sure the video and the microphone don't do it justice. The sight and the sound was top notch. All right, that's it. Make our way back to the car. And so it is time to mosey on back to the car. Head on back to the cabin. Enjoy the rest of this day. It is still early. There's still much to be done. Much to be seen, my fine feathered friend. But that will have to wait for another day in another video. For we are already approaching the 20-minute mark. And I try to keep my videos a little shorter these days for technical reasons. As I am a Windows user, never owned a Mac in my life. No siree. I have an iPhone, but all my computers have always been Windows operated, so you get the glitches, the freeze ups, the various hiccups. One of these days I'm gonna save me up $1 million and get me a Mac. I hear water over here. Before we leave, I'm gonna walk over here and check this out. Nice little trout stream over here, apparently. Oh, beautiful little stream. And you know it is full of trout. Definitely some squatchy looking territory here. AKA Bigfoot. AKA Mountain Beast. AKA Wildman of the forest. And so we came to the mountain on this day, drawn by the falls, drawn by the spirit of the water. Yashunka Yahashte, Yashunka. Blueridge. I wonder how much those. Yeah. I wonder how much those rent for. That is very interesting.
Yeah, I like that setup.
Okay.
Yeah, nakikita ko dyan.